I've been an Ipswich boy all my life, and yeah, there's definitely simpler parts of the world to grow up in. But there is also a need in my community, and I always wondered, how can there be so much suffering in such a prosperous country like Australia? So I decided to do something about it. I'm Darcy Witherspoon from Enactus QUT, and I'm the founder of the social enterprise, Down to Earth. I founded Down to Earth with the mission of creating a sense of purpose for the most vulnerable people in society. Ipswich is less than 50 kilometres out of the Brisbane CBD, but despite its close proximity to an up-and-coming world city, the area is one of the most problematic parts of Queensland. 1/3 of Ipswich residents are in Australia's most disadvantaged quintile, and roughly 9% of the population are unemployed. I feel a lot of people see these statistics as just numbers, but at the end of the day, these are people that are really struggling to make ends meet, struggling with their mental health, and struggling to find a way to make each day mean something to them. There are charities in the Ipswich area that are doing some great things, but ultimately, it is not enough to meet the significant needs of the community. Very few have also looked outward at how they can leverage the entire community to drive impact and change like we do at Down to Earth. Quite a few of the services from other organisations are pretty much just a band-aid solution and are not addressing any real root causes of the challenges. I mean, anyone can give a packet of biscuits to someone in need. At the end of the day, the people we serve are a human being. They deserve the comforts of nourishment, a healthy meal, and genuine human-to-human connection. At the core of Down to Earth, that community nourishment of the body and mind is a crucial element of everything we do. Through our daily food services, we cook and serve to the homeless. One night we might serve pasta, the next a full barbecue. No two meals are ever the same. The variety of healthy meals not only provides fresh food that patrons may have never been able to afford in the first place, but it also frees up a significant expense for people that are counting every dollar, thereby allowing more money to go to living costs such as rent or power. While we host the food services to bring patrons along, the food is really just the start. The most important thing is the one-on-one connection with each person in need. Our philosophy has always been taking charity efforts to the next level by making sure each person that needs help gets past the barrier that is keeping them down. Whatever barrier that is, whether it be a lack of food, a lack of clothes, lack of comfortable beds to sleep in, we will supply it by friending each person that comes through our services, and we'll check in throughout each service on how their journey is going. We become a down-to-earth brother or sister to them when no one else will. We will be there when no one else can, and we will be there for this person throughout their journey of growth, through thick and through thin. If they need something within reason, we can supply it and give direct aid, donation or assistance. And in doing so, it's not just a handout we are providing. We are providing an intangible sense of connection which you just can't put a price on. Down to Earth started in January 2020, after the toughest year of my life. In 2019, I felt like I had no sense of purpose. And on a whim, I just randomly bought this van and used it as a getaway. One of the first nights I was out, I was in Caloundra alone with a family pack of steaks and 3 empty chairs beside me. I was struggling really bad with my mental health, and that night I just really wanted some company. So I approached 2 strangers and asked if they were to have dinner with me. I loved it, they loved it, and it just triggered something in my head of how many Australians out there are struggling the way I was struggling, and how something so simple as a shared meal can create a connection so powerful. After that meal, I shared, I wanted to provide that connection and share solidarity with people that needed it most in my own backyard. In these early days, roughly 4 nights a week, I cooked and paid for meals to share with those struggling in my community, because I just enjoyed it so much, and I found it so empowering to help others really struggling in my community. In return, my community helped me overcome depression and establish a purpose bigger than myself. As the project began to grow, I looked for sustainable ways to fund the meals so I could scale the impact. One of the patrons actually suggested we collect bottles from the community and recycle them for the 10-cent reward. So we approached local businesses and households. We provided them donation bins and we gave it a big crack. The bottle collection ended up being really successful, with us getting 4,000 to 5,000 bottles a week, which covers our weekly operations at Down to Earth. Around this time, I also got my mates involved, and Down to Earth really took off to the next level, right when demand peaked during COVID.
Hi, I'm Michael. I first became involved with Down to Earth in May of 2020 at probably the peak of the pandemic. I saw what Darcy was doing in his community and it really resonated with me because I'd spent time in my youth homeless. At the start of the pandemic, basically all the help went away and there was a massive hole that was left because the people who we were helping, their lives didn't stop. So we basically filled that massive gap, and then it grew exponentially, and at the peak we were feeding over 100 people per night. From there, we started to develop our operating model and found some new ways to provide support to the people we help. First, we started to coordinate strategic partnerships with community members and businesses. This included our local Woolworths. They supplied us weekly with a range of groceries that we used to make even more nutritious meals full of protein, iron, and other vitamins. We have also received ongoing support from Kmart, Bunnings, the local council, and local businesses to provide donations, all the while not receiving any cash donations. So the second new revenue channel that we tapped into was merchandising, which included stuff such as hoodies, t-shirts, and soon to be hats. We went through local manufacturers who recycled all the cotton and materials to make them so they're more sustainable for both the environment and the end user.
Since July of 2020, the Down to Earth team have achieved some incredible impacts. We have provided over 5,000 meals over the last year, averaging over 100 people fed every week. To fund these services, we have generated over $26,000 from 10-cent cans that would otherwise be in a landfill. We also raised over $3,000 from the sale of our merchandise to new advocates and promoters of the Down to Earth mission. Over the last year, we have also provided over 520 blankets to those in need across Southeast Queensland. And also, from groceries donated by the local community, we have sourced over 1,000 kilograms of groceries to families and individuals in need. Once again, almost everything that Down to Earth receives from the local community would otherwise be in a landfill, but Down to Earth turns trash into treasure, and we change lives one can at a time. Ultimately, our direct services are making significant efforts to support the Sustainable Development Goals of no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, reduce inequalities, and responsible consumption and production. In addition, I'm pleased to report our efforts have been recognized on a national platform, with Darcy being nominated as a finalist for the 2021 Young Australian of the Year. Over the next year, we're also expanding. We will be solidifying our operations in Ipswich through the development of our headquarters. This development will allow us to scale our impact in the area, providing more meals and services to those in need. We also have big plans to serve friends in new areas and in new ways. We are in the process of sourcing bikes to provide hot meals to popular hotspots all across Ipswich without the need for new vans. Overall, our relationships with generous suppliers are becoming more and more streamlined as we work hand in hand to decrease waste in our lovely community.
I'm Blake. I've been volunteering for Down to Earth for about 8 to 12 months, and my journey started alongside these boys back in high school where we used to go with footprints in the park. But now my role is in the charity is I like to call myself the head chef, so I like to prepare, organise what meals we're cooking, experiment. So you take in recommendations the night before, even if they let us know, we cook it up. I really enjoy it. It's good to see change, make people happy. People genuinely do enjoy our meals, our company. They, and you can tell just by the way they come up, like after cooking a dish, they come up all the time, tell us how wonderful it was and how they love it, and they love seeing us there. It makes them truly happy, and it's good to have a conversation and make them feel real.
Yeah, my name is Taylor. I'm one of the Wadley people, and Down to Earth is more to helping people with food and helping people with stuff. And it helped me a bit to get me out of my home and get out and meet new people and all that.
What we've built at Down to Earth is an ever-growing family. It is no different than a dinner table. Everyone is welcome to have a seat, a meal, and share a discussion. At the end of the day, I just want purpose to be created in every single person. Feel free to jump on our website at www.downtoearthworldwide to buy some hot merch. And just remember that all proceeds go towards helping the homeless across Southeast Queensland. Thank you.